What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today bringing some news in regards to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 6. Finally! We got something to talk about. And of course, the first two characters revealed for DLC in Dragon Ball FighterZ. All this information comes courtesy of VJump. If you want to see the scans and articles, all that stuff, I will link in the description below. There's no translations as of yet, but it should be out sometime later today on shonengames.com, which by the time you click that link later, you'll be able to see those translated scans over there. So make sure you go check that out. First things first, let's talk about Dragon Ball FighterZ. So as you guys already know, there's 8 characters planned for DLC for Dragon Ball FighterZ. As of right now, we don't know what the full list is going to be. We had a bunch of leaks that were shown off over the course of the last couple months. Talk about a bunch of different characters, so we don't know what to really believe at this point. We do know that base Goku and base Vegeta were data mined, but we don't know where it's going as far as getting those characters at some point in the future. But for right now, we got our first look at the first 2 DLC characters, which consist of Bardock and Broly. Surprise, surprise, who didn't see that coming? I mean, Broly literally is one of the most popular characters in the series, especially out in the West, and to not have him as a DLC character would have been kind of stupid. Although, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't think to see Broly get released this soon as a DLC character, but I guess it makes sense because, again, he's super popular. Now, Broly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really care about. I've never been the biggest Broly fan, but that's not to say you're not allowed to be a Broly fan, because I know a lot of you guys love your Brolys. I'm more excited about Bardock, and I'll talk about that here in a couple seconds why. Let's dive into Broly first. So Broly, all we know, and again, I don't have the full translations up yet. By the time you check this video later in the day when you get off of work or school, yada yada yada, I'm sure there's gonna be the full translation breakdown in the description below, in which by all means feel free to click that and actually go read through the actual scans. But Broly is gonna have his level 3 Gigantic Meteor attack, which is basically a signature move that he has had in every single Dragon Ball game ever. Yada yada yada, standard Broly stuff. Okay, he's probably gonna be a grappler if anything. Now, Bardock, I'm excited about. When Bardock was first initially teased, or I guess leaked or talked about as a potential DLC character, the first question that came to mind is base form or Super Saiyan? We're getting both. We're finally getting both. Now, he's not going to be able to transform into Super Saiyan, similar to what we saw with Golden Frieza in the game right now. What he's going to do is when he busts out his level 3, which is the Revenger Assault, he transforms into Super Saiyan, and then he leads out a barrage of attacks. I don't exactly know how the attacks are going to look yet, because obviously you can't see a picture moving in these scans, but it sounds badass. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the release date yet. With them teasing this, I assume we're probably going to get it within the next month or so. Because usually, like I said, VJump, when it hits VJump, that means it's coming soon. So all I can say is we're getting it soon. And the pricing and breakdown, gameplay, all that stuff is coming later. When I get my hands on that, I will show you guys the gameplay. So make sure you just stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll keep you guys in the loop with everything you need to know as far as Dragon Ball games. But for now, this is where we're at. So between the 2 characters announced, between Broly and Bardock, who are you most excited for and why? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, one last thing. We also have on the bottom of the screen, you see Cronoa, the Supreme Card Time, and you also see Android 21 and Xenoverse. Rhymestyle, what is that? Not to be confused, we're not getting Android 21 in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. What that actually is if you have the save data from either games, when you play the other game, you get a specific thing. In this case, if you have Xenoverse save data on your PS4, Xbox One, or PC, if you log into Dragon Ball FighterZ, you'll be able to get the Supreme Card Time stamp, as well as a lobby avatar, and vice versa. If you have Dragon Ball FighterZ save data on your console or PC, if you log into Xenoverse, you'll be able to get the Android 21 costume for your CAC. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the release date information for that stuff either. For all we know, this could be coming out with the DLC compatibility patch when DLC 6 comes out at some point in the next couple weeks, or we might come after. When I get information about that, I'll let you guys know. But all I know for right now is if you have FighterZ, you're going to get the Android 21 costume in Xenoverse, and if you have Xenoverse, you're going to get the Supreme Card Time avatar and stamp in FighterZ. So it's just a little cool thing to decide to do if you have both games, which is pretty nice. But other than that, I know nothing else. So the second I get any more information, I'll let you guys know. Now, the big news, Super Saiyan White is basically real. You know, it's funny, I remember, you know, Evil Goku was a joke back in, when I was a kid. And later in the future, we basically got Evil Goku when the Goku Black arc took place in Dragon Ball Super, and Zamasu happened, yada yada yada. It's funny, seeing what we made fun of actually come to fruition and being a real thing. And it looks like Super Saiyan White is basically a real thing. What you're looking at right now on the screen is the mastered version of Ultra Instinct. At least I assume, or some kind of variation of Super Saiyan with it. They haven't really explained it because we haven't seen it in the actual show yet, but that's what it looks like. And yes, that's going to be part of Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 6. Now, something I also want to know before we start talking about this, I don't have the release date information yet either. Again, I mentioned in my video a couple days ago, if there's no information in regards to DLC 6 in the next VJump, which is this one, then that means we're not going to get it for a while. However, because we did just get, more information about what to expect in the next DLC, then it's probably still coming soon. It might come out at the end of the month, it might come out next month, but it's coming out within the next couple weeks. And yes, we know now for sure that the 4th character that they talked about a while ago is indeed Ultra Instinct Goku in the mastered form. Something else to talk about is the Fu side missions. Now, if you guys remember when they initially revealed Fu, they had a bunch of screenshots showcasing your CAC talking to Fu, and you couldn't really tell whether or not Fu was a good guy or a bad guy. But according to what Herms tweeted, big shout out to him, much love to Herms as always. According to what Herms tweeted, you'll be able to actually either fix or alter the timelines in Dragon Ball Xenoverse's new story pack. I don't know what that means, but it reminds me a while ago when Xenoverse first came out, and they mentioned that in Xenoverse 2, one of the things to be able to do is change the timelines when that didn't actually end up really happening in the game. So I don't know if they're finally doing that with this or what, but apparently, according to what Herms tweeted and what they're basically saying in these scans, you'll be able to work alongside Fu to change the timelines or fix it. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work out yet. It sounds interesting. It sounds pretty ambitious if you ask me. But until I play myself, I don't want to really judge it because, again, last time we were told we could change the timelines and change history, you really couldn't do that. So with that said, it's kind of up in the air. But let's talk about Ultra Instinct Goku now. If I was to tell you I'm not excited for DLC Pack 6, that is an absolute lie because seeing this right out of my own eyes has me kind of excited. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of excited for this. As far as if there's any netcode fixes which is going to reignite my love for Xenoverse again, I have no idea. It's up in the air. Until I actually download this and play it at home and go on the internet and see how the online play is, I can't really judge this because we never get a chance to really like test the stuff out outside of when it actually comes out. So it's up in the air. But for now, this looks pretty hype. And also, it makes sense to see why it took them this long to reveal DLC 6. It's because they were waiting to reveal this. The Super Saiyan White, or the Ultra Instinct version of Goku, the Mastered one. And this is what we're going to see, I guess, in the anime in a couple weeks when we get our final showdown between him and Jiren. Now, as far as what the character actually does, it's kind of hard to tell because, again, I don't have the translations, but as always, that's going to be linked in the description below. So whenever that's up later, initially it's going to be just the raw scans, but later when it's updated, you'll be able to see what the scans actually say. So, again, much love is shown in the games. We're going to go for just the images alone and kind of try to break down what we see on the scans. Now, there's two things specifically that I see, and then a potential third, which is more of a theory. The first one is he seems to have a Planet Burst style Spirit Bomb type of thing. He has his hand up just like Kid Buu does, you know, when he throws his Planet Burst, but it's like a white ball, which I assume is supposed to be the Spirit Bomb, like an instant Spirit Bomb or something like that. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. One thing I want to point out about this, for some reason, all the big sphere style attacks in Xenoverse they've had kind of horrible tracking. I know they fixed Planet Burst recently to make it more trackable, but that's something to kind of point out, that I hope that when they do release this character, that the bigger sphere style attacks, especially the one with Ultra Instinct Goku, works a little bit better. But the other thing I want to point out is he does have his data input style dodging, which is kind of assumed. I mean, when they initially revealed that with Android 13, it was kind of given that we're going to see that with Ultra Instinct Goku whenever he gets released in the game. And I don't know how it's going to work, if it's going to work any differently than it does with Android 13. I assume it should work a little bit differently because it's supposed to be more powerful anyways, and Ultra Instinct Goku is all about the dodging. But at the same time, you also got to think about balance. Like, you don't want to like make him too busted to the point where he can just dodge everything like it's nothing, and then it's like, what do you do to attack him? Nothing. So I assume it's going to be the same thing. Well, all you have to do is throw out a Ki Blast cancel to kind of stun him and then get to attacking when Ultra Instinct dodging is on. Again, I don't know if it's going to be any different, so we're going to have to wait and see when the actual DLC comes out in a couple weeks. But he does have it. The last thing I want to point out is I can't tell if this is supposed to be Punisher Drive, but he seems to have a form of Punisher Drive in the bottom right images. And again, I can't really tell because it's kind of hard to see based on one static picture. But it's someone seems like they start up for Punisher Drive. And I mean, I assume it's not going to be exactly like Punisher Drive with Gogeta in the game, but something similar where it's kind of like instantaneous where he moves into you and attacks. Because again, the whole point of Ultra Instinct is you're supposed to be able to counter without thinking and attack without thinking. So it makes sense for him to get some kind of move like that. But again, it's really tough to tell based off of two pictures. So let me know in the comment section below what do you guys think about that. When we get actual gameplay later over the course of the next couple weeks, hopefully sooner than later, it'll be a lot easier to actually tell and break down what the move actually is. But if it is Punisher Drive or some kind of move similar to it, that's going to make this character a very, very dangerous character in the online world of Xenoverse 2. As you guys know, Punisher Drive, it can be used to quite the advantage of the netcode and just how other people play to be very offensive and also defensive at the same time. So Punisher Drive or another move similar to it added into this game is terrifying. But at the same time, again, I'm sure they can figure out a way to balance it out so it's not completely overpowered. And I guess when the actual gameplay comes out, we can talk about it then. And for all we know, this is not even Punisher Drive. It's just me looking and kind of spitballing based off of how the character himself is and how the startup of the movie looks like. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think, and then we can discuss that as a community. But other than that, that is Ultra Instinct Goku in his mastered form. With that said, let me know your thoughts and everything I just talked about. Are you more excited for the FighterZ DLC or the Xenoverse DLC? Let me know in the comment section below and slap a like on the video if you find this information hype. And by the way, disclaimer, if someone says that they like Fighters over Xenoverse, it's okay. Same thing with Xenoverse or FighterZ. You're allowed to like whatever the hell you want to like, and who gives a flying shit what anyone says about that, okay? I kind of want to stress that again. If someone says that they enjoy or they're more hyped for the FighterZ DLC in the comment section below, that is okay. Do not attack them. And vice versa. If someone says that they're more excited for Bardock and Broly, that is, again, okay. You're allowed to like whatever the hell you want to like. I enjoy both of the games. So I want to kind of put that disclaimer out there before people get angry at each other for having opinions over which games they enjoy, which I think is stupid in 2018, but it is what it is. But with that said, let me know what you are more hyped about and why in the comment section below right now. But other than that, the second I get any more information as far as DLC release dates and all the good stuff, I'll let you guys know. But for now, this is all we know. My name is Rhymestyle. Hope you guys enjoyed us today, and I'll see you guys in the comment section below.